Welcome to Gippsland Renewable Innovations Park. Our Innovations Park construction began with the installation of around 200 kilowatts of solar and backed up by around 180 kilowatt hours of battery storage. The batteries used in this installation are the grid-edge sodium-ion batteries, made in Switzerland and selected for their unique safety characteristics. We had to make sure that we used batteries that were, firstly, 100% recyclable, environmentally friendly, and just as importantly, could not catch fire, especially in the mill environment where it is surrounded by so much timber. This was only the first part of the circular economy we wanted to create here at our Gippsland Renewable Innovations Park. The next part was to create a process using pyrolysis, where we use the residual timber material left over from the milling process. This material, that virtually had no significant value, would be now turned into a valuable, sustainable resource and used to capture carbon for many years to come. The process begins by taking the sawdust that comes from the milling of the green logs and combining it with other shavings coming from further processing of cut timber and the chipping of large leftover pieces and offcuts. This material is stockpiled and then brought over to the pyrolysis plant for further processing. This material is then loaded into our kiln using a series of conveyors and hoppers, making sure we have a consistent feed. The material then enters the kiln using a combination of knife gates that make sure no extra oxygen is allowed into the kiln. From there, the material is moved along the base of the kiln by a series of augers that slowly move the material across the floor of the kiln. During this process, the material is heated to controlled temperature ranging from 500 degrees to 600 degrees Celsius. When the raw material enters the kiln and is heated to these temperatures, there are volatile gases released that are normally trapped inside the wood. And it's these gases that we ignite under a controlled oxygen environment. This is so we can control the temperature inside the kiln. It is important to note that the wood material is never ignited inside the kiln. Only the burning gases released is what is maintaining the desired temperature in an area above the floor of the woody material inside the kiln. This material that is now exiting the other end of the kiln is what we call biochar. This material that is now very hot and is exiting the kiln through gate valves that stopped uncontrolled air entering the kiln. This biochar is now quickly quenched with water to stop it igniting in the atmosphere, and then transported by another auger to our bulk filling station. Some of the volatile gases that were released during the heating process are also pumped into our distillation system, where we distill out what we call wood vinegar. This has a pH of between 2.5 and 3. After distillation, the remaining gases are then put back into the kiln to continue with the heating process. The wood vinegar produced is then filtered through our own biochar and then filled into IBCs for distribution. Any excess gases that are not used in the biochar production inside the kiln are then moved into our oxidation chamber, where any volatile components of the gases are destroyed before being released. Inside the oxidation chamber, we can have temperatures of around 1,000 degrees Celsius. We are collaborating with universities and others in developing a process of converting this heat into energy. While a lot of the process is automated, an operator is still often required to fine-tune formulas used in the process of the materials, as they can often vary in particular size, moisture content, and even type. We hope this simplified version of our facility here at our Gippsland Renewable Innovations Park have given you a better understanding of our process and what we are doing towards achieving a more sustainable future. Thank you for your interest in our circular economy installation here at Gippsland. My name is John Ballas, and if you have any questions or inquiries relating to any part of our installation, feel free to contact us at Spiegel Energy.